We're both guitarists, and most of the people watching this are guitarists. Guitarists do like to talk about guitars.
Yes.
And it occurs to me that you're uniquely placed to answer a really interesting question. Because of the various things that you've done throughout your career, I think it's fair to say you've played hundreds, possibly thousands of guitars.
I've recorded thousands.
Yeah.
Played hundreds, yeah.
Many of whom made by some of the best luthiers to have ever lived.
Mm-hmm.
What are the valuable takeaways you have got from those experiences? What are the lessons you've learned from that?
Okay. Basically, forget the things you think you know about a guitar, and find something that feels and sounds good to you. The less experienced a guitarist you are, the less helpful this is as advice. And I understand that, in which case, maybe, but it always shocked me that, at basically the used guitar market or the guitar market in general, I would say 90% of it is based on whose name is on the label and the condition of the guitar. 90% of the value of a guitar, right? The price that we put. And then the last 10% is, does it sound good and does it play well? And it's just completely backwards, right? I mean, I have played god-awful guitars by the biggest names, and I've played mind-blowing guitars by people I've never heard of. There's that one Yamaha guitar that's like $350 and it's like the starter flamenco. One out of every 15 of those is an amazing guitar that, can compete with, most $2,000 guitars. Because if you make enough factory guitars, some of them are going to turn out great. And those Yamahas, by the way, consistently amazing, for the money. So basically, like, I just think, like, I had the good fortune to record like at least a dozen Torres guitars, right? I mean, these are the most expensive, the most famous, the best known classical guitars ever. And what I think is hilarious is that I don't think a single one of them was made out of wood that a contemporary luthier would ever be caught dead making a guitar out of. It's all basically made out of shit wood that's just like whatever happened to be lying around. And the genius of the man was that he turned anything into an amazing sounding guitar that somehow 180 years later still sounds great. So however he did that, I don't know. But, you see the crap wood that's on some of these guitars and you're like, all right, so how tight the grain is, all that talk, forget it. Like, do not worry about how tight the grain is. Do not worry about who the person who made the guitar is. Don't worry about, what it costs unless you can't afford it, then worry about that, obviously. But how it feels and if it inspires you with the sound that you make are the only two things that matter.
I think that's pretty good advice. Thank you.
You're welcome. I have a whole soapbox about this.